Hello Capricorn, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and it's time for January readings. I've got the Unfolding Path Tarot here, and as always we're doing general readings for a general Capricorn audience, so it's not quite the same as a one-to-one reading. It might really resonate with you. It might resonate a little bit here and there. So take what resonates and leave the rest for another Capricorn. I am going to talk about whatever comes up, relationships, career stuff, general guidance. So we'll just go wherever the cards lead us. Do check out the videos for all your big placements, your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards for you. And if you've been here before, you know I kind of fast forward the video over the shuffling part and get right into laying out the cards. So I will catch up with you in just a minute as we start your reading. See you there. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what we've got. Six of Wands, Hermit, Strength, Ace of Cups. Wow, okay. Scorpio just got the Ace of Cups as well. So, the Ace of Cups is all about connecting. This can be connecting with, family members, like siblings, parents, rebuilding bonds in that way. It could be about connecting with or deepening your bond with the partner, spouse. If you're single, it could be about finding a partner or, dating, that sort of thing. This could be about connecting with your inner self and doing healing. This could be about finding therapy and connecting with like your inner child, or doing the sorts of emotional connecting and repairing. This could also be connecting with spirit, your higher self, ancestral guides, the angelic realm if you're drawn to that sort of thing, the supernatural. So there's a number of ways that connecting can go, right? There's a few different spheres of influence that you can connect to, and it'll be different for different Capricorns. So you'll know where you need to focus maybe that connecting energy. But it also happens that sometimes when we focus on connecting in one area of our life, it expands in other areas of our lives, like especially if we need to heal relationships with family members, that can also help heal connections with, our partner. The more we sort of expand our capacity to forgive or heal in one area of our lives, it opens us up in other areas of our lives. Or as we heal childhood trauma, heal ourselves internally, it opens us up in other areas. That's something to consider. So the Ace of Cups is not only about making the conscious decision to, get back on the dating apps, or to reach out to an estranged parent or child, or, take a class about reaching out to your reaching out to the angelic realms, or any of those things. But it's also recognizing the opportunities that will appear, because when aces show up, it's not just the conscious awareness that you want to make these changes or have this new chapter, but it's that the universe or your environment will present opportunities for you to connect. So, for example, for those of you who are single and maybe looking for a partner, once you join those dating apps, it's not just about being on those apps. You may find more opportunities, say, in the grocery store. You might recognize somebody taking a second glance, or you might find yourself hearing from a friend who says, I don't know if you're still single, but I was just talking to my cousin who's been divorced for a while, and it might sound crazy, but I thought you two would hit it off, or, something along those lines. So there might just be more opportunities as you open yourself up to and take conscious steps. Those synchronicities start to happen as you start to explore, for anyone who might need, say, therapy, as you start to explore maybe looking for a therapist. Maybe you hear about a PTSD group that meets, that has the same kind of backstory, like a PTSD group for veterans or something, that would understand this sort of backstory that you have, or that's a very specific example. But however it resonates for you, you might start to find the synchronicities as you take conscious steps as well to connect in the ways that you'd like to connect. Okay, I think you get the idea there. Now, moving on to some of these other cards, it looks like you are starting January with a victory. The Six of Wands is a victory card. It's some kind of acknowledgement or validation in an area that you're proud of, or that feels significant to maybe your identity or like your life path. This could be something like a job promotion, or it could also be something like getting a role in a community theater play or a church choir or something like that. Something that you're proud of and something that really feels validating. It may have some sort of ego gratification to it. And, that doesn't mean ego in a bad way. Sometimes ego gratification can be healthy. Like when you get validated, that can be a healthy thing. So this is not something that, means you're a narcissist. It's something to be proud of. Some sort of accomplishment that you have achieved that you can be proud of. And there's kind of an audience to it. It's like you're going to share it with others, or people are going to know. There's typically an audience for whatever kind of validation this is. Not necessarily like a television audience or a social media audience, but, in the same way, like when you get a promotion, your title changes or something like that. The next card we have here is the Hermit card. And, that doesn't mean you have to go sit on a mountaintop away from everybody else. Obviously, you're going to be doing a lot of connecting. So as you're expanding sort of your connection with others, it doesn't make sense that you would cut yourself off from others, right? So the Hermit card isn't about, joining a monastery or going to a mountaintop and that sort of thing. But what the Hermit card is referring to is sort of your innate wisdom that you have gained wisdom through your own life experiences that combined with sort of book learning or traditional learning, you have been able to synthesize a special brand of wisdom. And you see that sort of star in the hermit's lantern here. It suggests that you may be serving as a sort of a beacon to others. So if you aren't already some kind of a teacher or guru, or you don't have some sort of maybe online presence where you share your knowledge, that might be something that you start in January, or investigate or look into in the new year, because the hermit suggests that you have some kind of wisdom to share, or special knowledge that helps others, that could be healing to others. And that might be different for different Capricorns in sort of what area that might be and in what way you might share it. It could be like a YouTube channel. It could be in teaching in school, or in a non-traditional school, like a community, like an after-hours kind of community program. It looks like you are going to be a sort of a beacon of knowledge, or a guru. And guru sounds so corny, but some sort of wise figure that is helpful to some people. And finally, we have this sort of grace under pressure card here. The strength card indicates a time when you're able to, or where you may be called upon to stand up for yourself in a situation that requires boldness, but also grace. You know what I mean? When sometimes we have to stick up for ourselves, but without losing our temper. The traditional image on this card is always a woman with a lion. But I always think of this card as sort of that mama bear energy. You know, there are times when a lot of women would stick up for their kids in a way that they wouldn't stick up for themselves. But this is that kind of energy where you stick up for yourself in a way with grace, in a situation where maybe you hadn't done so before. You might even surprise yourself with standing firm with grace for, you know, we don't see from the cards in what area this might be. And it doesn't mean that you're getting in a fight. It could even be something like an audition, or something like that. In some way you are showing kind of yourself in a bold way, in a way you haven't done before, sort of the sort of bare truth of yourself, grace under pressure. And it may even be related to this connecting piece, especially for anyone who may be connecting with an estranged person, where if you're needing to share or explain a truth of who you are, what happened, why you made a particular choice, something like that. Those are just a few options of how that might show up. Again, it's going to be probably different for different Capricorn. Take it how it resonates for you. But so it could be grace under pressure in some form, either sticking up for someone you love or for yourself, or possibly bearing like a sort of a truth of yourself in a graceful way, but being able to present it in, being able to present a truth in a difficult or challenging situation, or high, maybe it's better to say like a high pressure situation, or a situation where like a spotlight is on you, or in a situation where you hadn't before been fully honest or fully transparent. Yeah. And that's the important thing about this Ace of Cups and connecting, because ultimately connecting is about being vulnerable and being honest and getting to the truth of who you are, and finding people, individuals or groups, whether it's family members, partners, lovers, or even associations, like choirs or bowling leagues or whatever it might be. Whatever you're connecting with, being safe and strong enough to be your whole healed, true self with another or with others. That's the essence of, of the Cups suit. So I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn. Thank you so much for dropping by. I hope you liked your reading. Until next time, take good care. Bye for now.